Imagine just for a moment a strange and peculiar image not often contemplated while the oud is playing, and that is sitting on the toilet and emptying out your bowels. The discharge of urine and feces is an ugly and smelly, uncomfortable and often vulnerable experience that we all involuntarily participate in, regardless of the ways we've ornamented ourselves in status, wealth, beauty, or intelligence. Pause for a moment and consider what is actually taking place. Who are you as you're sitting there? Who's doing the relieving? What habits accompany this act? Are you restless or calm? Are you tightening or softening? Are you distracted or attentive? Clean or neglectful? Are thoughts and emotions emerging and dissolving? What are they saying? What kind of person are these habits shaping you into? And what might this most ordinary of acts reveal about your nature, the nature of reality itself? At first glance, relieving oneself appears to be nothing more than a biological necessity. Yet if you look closely, you can notice a pattern that extends far beyond the toilet seat. The body receives, transforms, and lets go. Takes in what nourishes and expels what no longer serves it. What appears to be a corporal function is actually part of a rhythm woven into the fabric of existence itself. The daily cycles of hunger and satiety, sleep and wakefulness, death and birth, decay and growth, and the grand celestial cycles that govern us: night, day, darkness and light, new moon and full moon, autumn and spring. If we look around us, we find opposing forces working together that complete each other in a balanced way to sustain life and maintain the harmony question then becomes, what is my place within this balance? The Quran describes creation as being established upon mizan, a measure by which all things are proportioned and sustained. Like the beam of a scale like the beam of a scale held upright between opposing forces, or like the breath that sustained you. If you hold on to it, you suffocate. If you let it go without taking another, life ceases. Or like the wooden frame of my oud, holding each string at the precise tension that now rings out to you in harmony. You see, true beauty only emerges from balance. And so it is with human beings. The role isn't merely to bear witness to the mizan, but to embody it, which is a greater bear witnessing. To become a living microcosm of the balance by which the macrocosm is sustained. That means not to be offbeat, out of tune, out of harmony with the rhythms that give life its order. Even in the act of relieving yourself participates in this reality. The body continuously purifies itself from what it has consumed. By disposing of waste and cleansing yourself afterwards, you consciously continue a process already taking place within you. And this continuation carries its own ethics. An ethics determined by the question of your relationship to the space that you occupy. Where do you dispose of your waste? What is the proper manner of doing so? How much water ought to be used? Do you preserve dignity in private as carefully as you display virtue in public? It is also a question of your relationship to time. When is the appropriate time to dispose of your waste? How long do you ought to remain there? Are you attentive to the body's signals, or do you ignore them? Do you force the body before its time, or wait until the need genuinely arises? Are you governed by the rhythms of your body, or by the demands of the clock? In this moment of haste, or is it a moment of haste or a moment of attentiveness? How does this act fit within the broader rhythms of your body? You see, stewardship does not begin in grand speeches, but the smallest and most hidden acts. Truth not merely accessed in the ivory tower of scholars, but a truth accessible to all human beings. The bathroom is not outside the spiritual life. It is one of the places where the spiritual life becomes visible. Prophet Muhammad was the living embodiment of its balance and perfection. He holds the sun in his right hand and the moon in his left, the being to the scale, the middle way, the medium of matter and spirit, of the finite and the eternal, God's mouthpiece, the man of the fitrah, embodying cosmic justice through the mercy of Allah's order, not only in matters of prayer and governance, but in eating, sleeping, speaking, washing, and relieving oneself. For this reason, Islam is not merely a collection of rituals. It is a blueprint for alignment, an archetype of individual, communal, and civilizational balance, a way of life that keeps you slotted in and suspended amidst the forces of nature and seeks to harmonize the human being with the natural order that already exists through acts of worship, discipline, and remembrance. You pray according to the movement of the sun. You fast according to its rising and setting. You make pilgrimage according to the phases of the moon. The rhythms of worship draw the human being back to the rhythms of creation. The Quran describes his community as a middle nation, a community called to stand up right amidst competing extreme, even in the ugly, the filthy, the hidden, and often unspoken based practice of going to the bathroom. There, in the sight of bodily waste and the hand that purifies it, you are reminded of what you already are, a creature suspended between earth and heaven, between purity and impurity, between consumption and release, between dependence and responsibility. You participate in the balance of creation. The question is not whether you are a part of it. The question is whether you participate consciously. Whether you participate in a way that reflects the mizan by which all things are sustained. So I invite you to reflect once more. Who are you as you're sitting there? Who's doing the relieving? What habits accompany this act? What kind of person are those habits shaping you into? What does this most ordinary of moments reveal to you about your nature and the nature of reality itself?